All right, guys, so ElevenLabs just dropped their image and video studio yesterday. So up until this point, they only had voice, and then they added music, and then they added their ElevenLabs studio, so you could do other things like create sound effects, but everything was still kind of voice up to this point. Now they're breaking into image and video to kind of put everything all in one place, which is kind of cool. So I'm actually pretty excited. I'm a huge fan of ElevenLabs. I think their user experience has been awesome up to this point. They've definitely had, by far, some of the best voices in the AI voice space. And so I'm super excited to dive in, take a look at the announcement, take a look at the platform, and tell you guys what I think. So the first thing I really wanted to do here was actually just take a look at the announcement on Twitter. X, they just announced this yesterday. Just talking about the image and video studio. So they say the best audio, image, video models all now in one platform, generate with leading models like Veo, Sora, Kling, Wan, Cdance, and then enhance with the highest quality voices, music, and sound effects. So this is kind of a big deal because up to this point, ElevenLabs has had, the best sound effects, the best AI voice, and then, they came out with music. And so you could kind of do all of this but just around the audio side of things. But now if they're actually implementing image and video in one place, kind of cool that you could have all of that in one platform. So we're just going to watch this video here.
Introducing ElevenLabs Image and Video. Whether it's Veo 3.1, Sora 2, or Cdance Pro, you can now use the best image, video, and audio models all inside ElevenLabs. Generate and edit images in any style, and then take things further with video generation. You can start from scratch or guide the process with start and end frames. And if you need more resolution, upscale your generations without ever leaving the platform. Then bring your generations into Studio to combine them with ElevenLabs best-in-class audio models for speech, SFX, and music. So whether it's something small or your biggest idea yet, create it now with ElevenLabs.
Hey, real quick, guys, if you guys need somebody for your AI automation or AI consulting, that's what we do at Madewell AI. So all we do is help you figure out how should I implement AI into my business, and then we can help implement that for you. So if that's something that you're interested in, you need somebody to help you get AI into your business so that you can get your time back, then just click the link in the description. You can book a call with somebody from our team, but let's get back into it. Okay, super cool. I love ElevenLabs. So one thing to take note of is all of their announcement videos for pretty much everything that they release is always at a 10, right? That always communicates. They have a phenomenal team that really understands communication, creation, content creation, things like that. And so when you're putting together stuff like this at this level, you know that they've got a good product team. They know that they care about user experience. So to me, I always gravitate towards companies that have good promotions like that because their product is probably going to have that same experience. Whereas somebody like OpenAI, I love OpenAI. They've done a great job with their AI models, but their user experience is not at a 10. Their release videos are always a little bit more on the quirky side, which means that they've got more of an engineering focus, creating great product, but their actual user experience may not be at the 10 that I want it to be at. And so ElevenLabs has focused a lot on user experience. Huge fan of that. So to me, that just communicates if I'm trying to commit to one platform where I'm creating all of my images and my videos and my audio and everything all in one place, ElevenLabs might be one of the better fits. So you take a look at some of their examples in here. They kind of put in some of this, the examples of the videos that they're generating. So Veo 3.1 is obviously a great model. They threw some images in here. You can have a start frame and an end frame. You can select the resolution that you want the video to come out as, and then be able to generate that video all in one place. So obviously the video is phenomenal. Here's another example, hedgehog in a snowy New York, right? So that's kind of what they were doing before, just to generate maybe some of the images. So they're using Seedream here to just kind of come up with that. So a lot of people don't realize that when you generate images with AI, you're not just using ChatGPT or Gemini to create these images. It's better to use some of these AI tools that give you access to the orientation, the resolution of a video, things like that. For these video platforms, having a start and an end frame is really, really strong for creating a good quality video. And so having a tool where you can both create the images and then you can create a final image where you want it to kind of end at, and then use those directly to create the video all in one place This is a phenomenal tool. You could do that with other things like Higgsfield or even Leonardo. There's some good platforms out there where you can create AI images and AI video, but to be able to see that you have it all built into 11 Labs with their user experience, you have the voices, the music, the sound effects all in one platform. Super cool. All right, so if you go into 11labs.io, you go into their studio, you'll see obviously the big announcement introducing image and video beta right now. Switch seamlessly between image and video, access the popular models in one click, upscale, lip sync, and more all in the same flow. This is going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to see what it feels like. Obviously, you come in here and you get the option to share or keep private the data. I usually like to keep everything private because they're going to use my data to train it, which means my data is on the internet. So usually I just tell people just click keep private if you have the option to. And then obviously most of these AI image platforms or video platforms, they've got a good little library here. So you can kind of see what other people are making with it, maybe use that for inspiration. And then it's nice when you can actually click on it and use that as inspiration for your generation. Okay, this is hilarious because her head is literally spinning. Not the way that it's. These are cool because you can actually see how they use music, how they use sound effects. I mean, this one with the strawberries really caught me off guard. That sounds legit, right? And that's probably using the AI sound effects that they have in here, where you can literally just uh, give it the image and the video and then create it and then have it throw in sound effects over top of it. It sounds like it was literally the in body audio from the camera catching some of those sounds when they drop the strawberries. Same thing here with the dogs. You know, you've got some whimpering and you've got some kind of like white noise sound, like it's actually being recorded there. So sounds, really, really accurate as to what it would sound like if it was in real life.
Hold temperature peaking at 3,800.
Copy. Holding trajectory. Write it out.
Okay, so you can tell just right off the bat, people are going to be using this tool to create short films and eventually feature films because you can create an entire scene like this, throw in the sound effects, throw in, the actual audio. So like you could literally create an entire short film just inside 11 Labs now. Super, super cool. So if I wanted to come in and test this out, you could create a video or you could create an image really easily. You just swap between image and video down here. If you wanted to have it reference an image, you could just click on this and have it reference something. So if I came in here and I just threw in my profile picture and I just said, create an image of this person on a skateboard. You can select the orientation here. So you've got 16 by 9 is pretty common. 1:1 would be more square image for something like Instagram. And then you can select your models here, Nano Banana being the more popular one, but you can select any of these different images here. And then you could have it generate. And then you can select how many generations you want to come out. So 1 or 4, usually like clicking 4 because it'll give you some options. Obviously, if you have a credit system, how they're billing you, you're going to have to take that into account because it's going to bill you for more images. But this does make it a little bit faster to tell which style and direction you want to go with the image. So we're going to click generate there. Now, images are always going to be a little bit faster. Video is what takes a long time, usually like minutes long, sometimes upwards of 10 minutes long for a good high quality video. But to be able to see something like this, now, does that look exactly like me? Not necessarily, but it's borderline believable. And in this one, it even changed the shirt. So it kind of still looks, my wife would probably say that's not me, but I would say this one's probably the closest as far as the face goes. So now I can just click on this. I'm going to click create video. And what it did is it automatically added that image as a reference here. I click video, and then I could just say a video of this individual skateboarding down the sidewalk. And then you can, same thing, right? Select which model that you want. You've got Sora 2, Sora 2 Pro. You got Google VO 3.1. Google VO 3.1 fast. I'm going to do that one just because it's a little bit faster for this. 16 by 9. I can upscale this to 1080p. I can decide the duration here, 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds. Obviously, this is going to change depending on the model that you use. We're just going to select 4 seconds for now. You could also turn audio on or off. So some of these video models have the ability to automatically add audio. Since this is 11 Labs and 11 Labs audio is usually better, I'm just going to test out with no audio. And then you can see right here how much it's going to cost to actually generate this. I think this is because the resolution is pretty high. Oh, yeah, 1080. Also, I forgot to mention this one is negative prompt. Negative prompt is super helpful if there's something you don't want to happen or you don't want to show up. So whether or not it's going to listen to this all the time, I don't know, but I would just leave that blank for now. Now, while that's generating, it didn't show me the option because I just said create video of this image. But if you wanted to do a start frame and an end frame, you could do that here. You just have to add an image for the start frame and an image for the end frame. And then what it's going to do is it's basically going to fill the gap in the video. Now, VO 3.1 is pretty fast comparatively, right? So some of these other models literally might take you 5+ minutes, 10 minutes to actually create a video. Right now, we're only a few seconds in. We're already at 50%. So VO 3.1 fast is definitely going to give you some faster generations of video if you just want to use it for maybe some quick brainstorming or something like that. And when you want to create an actual video that you really want to use for something, I would use a higher quality model like VO 3.1 or the Sora models or something else. I'm a big fan of Kling. Those types of models are going to be higher quality video depending on what you're trying to create. All right, so we've got one here, me looking like I've never been on a skateboard before. One's maybe a little more realistic, kind of. I don't know why I keep doing this little hoppy thing, but let's just say this one right here. And then let's say edit in studio. So you can take a video and basically you just throw it into their studio, which is where you can begin to edit both the video, the content of the video, as well as editing anything else like the audio, voices, sound effects, music, things like that. So here under sound effects, you can come in and just kind of describe it. So I could just say a person skateboarding, and it literally is going to generate that right there. Now, whether or not it's going to sound like it, I don't know. This one kind of sounds like it's jumping. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really making a good video here, but you can kind of see that you can just create these sound effects that you might need, and then you could add music in really easily. You could add other videos in if you wanted to, import videos in. So it becomes a pretty cool tool for you to be able to actually add some of this stuff in. Let's just say we're going to add a video of skateboarding song, background music. I've got to create it here. So it's going to generate this music here for me. It'll be pretty short. Oh, I left instrumental off. I probably would have turned that on. So now it's going to have lyrics, which is whatever. Yeah, kind of. I'm going to use that one. Obviously, it made a song way longer than I needed it to be. So I'm going to drag that way shorter. And just drag this to the beginning and see what it sounds like. Yeah, cool. And this is the finished product. Now, obviously, you have the ability to use all of their voice tools here. So I could just write in some text, select the voice that I want to use. Or I could just come in here and just say, this is me skateboarding down the sidewalk, and then drag that to the beginning.
This is me skateboarding down the sidewalk. You know you're jealous.
I think ElevenLabs voices are by far the best. You know, they just understand tone and things like that the best. But like the fact that you could do all of this in one place, generate the image, you know, use it to have a start and end frame for a video, use the studio to be able to edit that video down and add other clips in, be able to create sound effects and music and the voiceover all in one place. And then I do believe that they have a lip sync feature. So if it was somebody talking or saying something, you could add in a new voice of you and add that over and add the lip sync feature. And so it's going to be able to sound much more realistic. And so I think in the near future, when you talk about AI avatars or things like that, corporate videos, training videos, this is going to be phenomenal for a lot of people that need to use AI tools. Now, it still requires you to kind of understand editing and image generation, video generation, and all of this stuff. So is this a tool for everybody? Not necessarily. Anybody can use it, but obviously the people that have really good experience with video editing, image creation, audio generation, all of that stuff, this is a phenomenal tool for you video content creators or video editors, filmmakers out there. So big fan of the tool, but I definitely am interested to see more of those people come up and use it to be able to make really high quality content with it. Big fan of ElevenLabs, guys. I think it's a phenomenal tool. You should definitely check it out. I'll make sure there's a link for it in the description so you can check that out. And obviously, as always, if you need somebody to help you build custom AI, custom automation, custom integrations for your business, your workflow, so that you can get back your time in your business, we can do that. Madewell AI, we'll make sure there's a link in the description so you can book a call with us today.